Ah, look at that, getting all fancy with the new opening credits. When I figure it out, I'll actually put some music into it. For some reason, it's not taking, or I'm not doing it right, or whatever. But for now, opening titles, very impressive. Little by little, we're gonna, keep adding to the site and hopefully change some of the design and layouts. But anyway, welcome to the weekly video web rant here on Magic Lantern Films. I'm Peter Aramo, and this week I posted earlier my pet peeve list, and in it included foreign films that were made into lesser American films, and I should have added, shame on you, David Fincher, you're better than that, get out while you can. He's in the works, if you check IMDb or any of the other film sites, for making or remaking the American version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I have my review of that film on this site. It's an unbelievable 4-star film. Not for everybody. It's a little gratuitous and graphic at times, but an outstanding first film of the trilogy. The second film is due out later this summer, and hopefully a star in the making. This woman who's in this film pulls in an unbelievable, gutsy, raw, naked performance. She's outstanding in it. So if you can find it, it's still out playing in theaters. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and David Fincher, get out and do something else. Okay, no need to make that a lesser film by bringing it to an America. This is just for Americans who are too ignorant to actually read subtitles in their films. But what should have been on this pet peeve list is this is just really about TV, making. Turning TV shows, some of them actually very good TV shows, into much lesser films. And you can look right to the summer and right around the corner for two in particular. Sex and the City comes out this Friday, and then on June 11th, the A-Team. And have you seen these trailers? They look like debacles. I don't know what the A-Team's about. I watched that trailer. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I know it's geared towards that. The people that like the A-Team, and there's nothing Hollywood can't resist. Hollywood can't resist turning to that established fan base, and I guess there is a huge contingency of A-Team fans out there. But we'll see how that does. It's got some star power, Liam Neeson in it and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of watching the lack of originality. If it's not stealing from Broadway, we're stealing from TV, we're stealing from other countries, and very, very little output is actually original and created here in the United States, which is a little bit of a disgrace. I know Sex and the City 2 is going to make its money on the demographic, the female demographic of women who either have poor role models or are just unhappy with their lives. But if you look at the history of some of these films, some of them have actually been pretty good. If you look at South Park, a tremendous satire, wonderful with a great score, great songs, very funny. The Simpsons was okay, but you could look at the Mission Impossible series. At least the first one was actually somewhat decent, but it is good for box office, and it has done very well box office wise. The Fugitive was a very good film. The Harrison Ford project. You can look at the Star Trek series, but I'm looking at the debacles such as the one where Jackie Gleason is still turning over in his grave, as well as Art Carney, and what they did to the Honeymooners. I still don't even understand the thinking and logic behind making that. So, I mean, are we in a year or two going to turn around and see Amy Adams in her Lucille Ball impersonation and say, "I love Lucy," or are we gonna kill All in the Family in a few years and have somebody do ruin that for us, or Taxi? Or somebody do a horrible Peter Falk impersonation and recreate Columbo. These are stupid ideas that probably are not far off in the making. Look at Bewitched. I'm not a fan of the TV show, but you can look at the movie. The $90 million debacle that was Lost in Space was certainly lost on the screen and lost at the box office as well. Miami Vice, I know that's got a big fan base, but was that necessary? I don't even think that did well at the box office. These are the movies I'm talking about: the Mr. Beans, the Scooby Doos, the SWATs, the X-Files, Wild Wild West. These are horrible ideas, and I don't even know who greenlighted them in the first place. But the Avengers, but the Twilight Zone was a so-so film, but I think it just at this point has to stop. The Muppet Show. I would consider an exception, and the films that followed, that after the original Muppet Show movie. Transformers technically was a TV show. That's, people go to see that. That's action, but like I said in my pet peeve list, if it's got Michael Bay attached to it, I really I'm gonna not go and pay my $10. He's told us a pretty long time ago that he has nothing of significance to tell us. And speaking of TV, and honestly, I don't watch any TV at all. I watch movies and I watch sports, and that's really about it. And plus, it's just what is there to actually watch on TV? Some of this new stuff that I'm seeing on TV is pretty weird, and actually people are watching it. I mean, some guy that I think it's called Sliced. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the concept of the entire show is a guy with a chainsaw, and he cuts things in half just to see what's inside of them. That guy has his own show. Pretty soon it'll probably be a movie, or Billy the Exterminator. All we're watching is an exterminator. Exterminators are all out there. They have jobs. They're good, well-paying jobs out there, and they exterminate. But this guy Billy has his own TV show. And what do we see for a half hour? We see him killing rodents and snakes and stuff like that. That guy has a show. Bridezillas, have you seen this catastrophe? What's this? What are these guys doing? Why? First of all, these bridesmaids. I don't even know who. Why are you still a bridesmaid or in the bridal party? This woman is a mega bitch. What are you doing taking these? I mean, I've watched a couple of these episodes. They're horror stories, and I don't understand why the groom-to-be is not running. But people are watching this. It's a disgrace. And another one that I don't get is Hoarders. And I love the music and all that, and people think, oh, these people have a sickness. It's not a sickness, okay? The actual title of the show should not be Hoarders. It should just be called Lazy Pigs, because that's what these people are. And don't tell me all these people are sickness. It's called yada yada. They're lazy. That's it. That's it. Okay. Intervention. Same kind of thing with the music. This is all of what's on TV now, whether it's on Discovery or TLC or the Learning Channel. I don't even know I don't understand. I guess my rant here is about what's on TV, and then later turning that TV into even worse films. So I don't know how to fix the problem other than either producers or people have to really step up their game and take some chances on some originality out there. I know some people writing some really good scripts out there that will never get seen, or their ideas will be stolen. And what are we left seeing? Some guy killing bugs. Or some guy, a pawn shop, watching this guy's daily routine at a pawn shop. That's a show. I don't get it. I don't know. It bothers me. And it bothers me even more when they're actually made into movies. This Billy Exterminator, I could totally see Colin Farrell starring in the movie role 4 years later down the road. But I guess that's a rant for another time. I think next week, I'll get off the negativity. I'll try to be positive about something, so I have at least a week to think about something to be positive about. Thank you very much for watching. Keep reading the blog, post your comments, and till next week, have a great week.